Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome in. Big B here from MoneyLordNation.com. This is another Money Lord YouTube channel video here. Make sure you guys do subscribe right here to the Money Lord YouTube channel, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell as well so you can get notified. All right, so today we're going to be doing is we are going to be this. This will kind of this is kind of gonna recognize you as a grading report little thing. But I'm actually want to do this because it gotta have a lot talked about. We're going to grade the NFL teams' preseason performances. So once again, you have S, A, B, C, D, and F. I'll be ranking all of these teams based off how I think they performed in the preseason. A lot of you guys might disagree with me here, so I'm just saying. So if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below where you agree and disagree. But anyway, before we get into this video, we have a couple plugs that we got to get into. One, make sure you go join the Fantasy Football League. Make sure you guys do that. Draft starts September 5th. Come out, have some fun with us, fantasy football, and then after that, we'll do fantasy basketball. So join us there. That'll be amazing. So far, we still have 8. I think we have 8 players left to go. So make sure you guys join up because the draft starts in 8 days. And then, so I think that's all my plugs. But so I'll put that in the description. I'll put the fantasy football link in the description by the time this is done. But anyway, that's all I got. So sit back, relax, enjoy this video. All right, so we're here back at the tier list. We got the F through back here is C tier, F tier. And I'm going to use my phone for a little bit of this because I'm going to use my phone for a little bit of help here. All right, so we're starting off. We got the Detroit Lions. I don't think the Lions really performed that bad. I haven't really watched them, but I don't think they actually performed that bad. Let me think. All right, so the Lions. I don't think the Lions had a bad preseason. And they got smoked by Jacksonville, but they beat the Lions and they beat the Panthers in both convincing games. So I'll go B tier. There's just really nothing to say about the Lions, but just for you guys getting smacked, I think your offense looked good. I think your defense has gotten better. You're allowed 16, 25, and 17 points. That's not bad. All right, next up we have Baltimore. Well, another team I haven't really been paying attention to. But Baltimore, they won. They were 2-1. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers broke their streak. Wait, no, the Commanders broke their streak. Yeah, so the Commanders, they barely lost to the Commanders, lost to the Baltimore. I don't know. I don't think this was really that good for Baltimore. I mean, only scoring 20, 28, and 20 points. I don't. I want to say it's either B or C tier to me because I'll give them the C tier. I'll go C tier. All right, next up we got the Steelers. Now the Steelers I have been watching, and if I'm being honest, I think I might have to throw them in S tier because I think they had the best preseason. I'm not gonna lie, they went out there, they absolutely kicked the shit out of who they did. They beat the Bucks, then they turned around and kicked the shit out of the Bills until the Bills almost made a comeback, and then they came out and swept the Falcons. Come on, you cannot ask for a better preseason than that. All right, next up we have Washington. Washington, I don't know what to say about Washington. 21-19, 2019. They did go 3-0. They did go 3-0. I felt like their offense was really consistent. You know what? I'm gonna throw the Commanders in the A's here. I think they really performed well. I'm not gonna lie. It's not as well as Pittsburgh's, but them being 3-0 and basically winning in all close scenarios makes me have some hope for the Commanders this season about crunch time. All right, next up we have the Cardinals. The Cardinals, I didn't really pay attention to them either. What did he do? 18-17. 38-10, that's expected, and they beat the Vikings on the road. But this is not regular season, so I'm not shocked. But But anyway, I think I'm gonna put the Cardinals. It's not that blowout loss. I didn't really. I mean, they both won 18-17. I'll go. I'll go see. I'll go C tier. All right. Next up, we got the Falcons. Falcons. Why are the Falcons so confusing every year? I like it's them and Pittsburgh that's so confusing every damn year. All right, so they tied with the Bengals. They beat the Dolphins, and they got swept by the Steelers. Okay, getting swept by the Steelers definitely puts you guys some grades down. But the Falcons, you guys won 19-3. That was kind of impressive, a lot. And you guys tied with the Bengals. So if I put this in all the scenario, I think you guys had. I think this is a C tier. All right, next up we have Buffalo. I think Buffalo really struggled this preseason. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure. Don't take me for no defense. It's the preseason. You know, you're not really expecting anything in the preseason, and I'm not overreacting by anything. So they beat the Colts. They got whooped by the Steelers, and they beat the Bears. I'm a throw it in the B tier because it wasn't that bad of a performance by Buffalo, but it just felt like they could have done more. You know what I'm saying? All right, next up we got the Rams. Okay, I can just throw these motherfuckers in the F tier. I mean, dude. Come on. How do you not have one that was probably the worst. We probably had the worst all season in the NBA. I mean, in the NFL. Come on, back to back 34-17 losses, and then go to Denver and get your ass kicked 41-0. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it to my old Rams fans out there, but we performed like shit this entire off season. I meant this entire preseason. All right, next up we got the Panthers. D tier. Actually, no. I'll be nice. I'll throw in the C tier. Bryce Young looked really good. Their offense looked efficient, except for that game, except for the game versus the Jets. But besides, I don't know. It's like the Panthers like in between C and D for me. But after they get into it, I think their offense looked well. Their defense didn't do that. Any other defense did struggle a little bit. But besides that, I'll throw them in C tier, but they're like a lower C tier to me. All right, next up we have the Vikings. Dude, I swear I can't wait to predict NFL games again. I can't wait to do that. That's gonna be so much fun. I already missed it from last year. But anyway, back with the Vikings. Went 0-3. Their defense did not play that bad, and they kept every game close. But I might have to throw the Vikings in the D tier, honestly, because they did have 2 games at home, which they did not win one of them. I'm kind of disappointed in the Vikings, but once again, I'm not overreacting because it's the preseason. But still, I think of the Vikings at D tier. I don't think it was a really good preseason for them. All right, next up we got the Bears. I forgot the Bears have a new logo. Like I'm looking on the ESPN app, and I think the Bears do have the same logo for some reason. All right, so for the Bears, they did 23-17, 24-17, 24-21. That's not bad. And then if they lost about a new amount of points. I'm gonna say B tier actually. I think the Bears actually performed pretty well. I say even though they finished under 500, but they at least kept every game close. That's what matters. And if you can do that, I'll put you in B. But I can't put you in A for that. All right, next up we got the Bengals. Bengals, another team that I have not been paying attention to once in forever. The only thing I'm looking for the Bengals right now is just how healthy they're going to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how healthy this team's really going to be to start the season, but hopefully they are because that team's exciting to watch. All right, so we got the Bengals. They got smoked by the Packers. They tied with the Falcons and lost the. Ooh, yeah, D tier. Yeah, D tier. I mean, if you get smoked by the Packers at home and then turn around and lose to Commanders and tie with the Falcons, I mean, once again, not overreacting. I just don't think they had the best offseason. Plus, this team didn't even score 20 points once in the preseason. That's pretty bad. All right, next up we got the Browns, the Cleveland Browns. What do I have to say about the Browns? What do I have to say about this team? All right, here's what I have to say about this team. You tied with the Eagles. Okay, that's okay. Then you barely lost to the Commanders, and then barely beat the Jets. I mean, that's kind of like a B tier to me. I mean, you kept every game close if you did lose. I mean, you did. I mean, you did. You got ones all around the board. I'll be fair. I'll be fair. That's a B tier. All right. Next up, we have Dallas. Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys. Another team that I have not been paying attention to. Um. Oh, I gotta find them. I gotta find them here. Okay, here they are. So the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see. The Dallas Cowboys 28-23, 22-14, 31-16. Okay, definitely a bad start for the Cowboys, but at least they bounced back and beat the Raiders. But I didn't think they really looked that impressive, so I'm gonna throw Dallas in the D tier. Even I it wasn't get it'll kind of be like Carolina, like low C's, but I think I'd rather give them a D. All right, next up we got Denver. The Denver Broncos. Fuck you guys because you guys absolutely kicked their you guys kicked their ass. Then you lost to the 49ers barely, and then you lost to Arizona. I mean, that's not a bad preseason. That's a B2 at least. I know you lost to Arizona, which basically is gonna actually, you know what? I would give you guys an A tier. I'm actually gonna give you guys an A tier. Your defense played well. Defense played well. You only allowed 20 points. Was your max. Of course, 0 was your minimum because of the Rams. And then when you did lose to the Niners and Cardinals, you kept it close. Honestly, I think you guys had a really good preseason. I'm not gonna lie, especially on the defensive end. All right, next up we got Green Bay. Green Bay. I don't know about Green Bay. I don't know what they did. I haven't really paid attention. 19-15, 21-17, 36-19. They won. Honestly, I might have to throw Green Bay in the A tier as well. I think they did. I think they did have it. I mean, I did pay attention to their offense and defense, and they did not look as bad as I thought they were going to be. All right, next up we have the Houston Texans. Oh, the Houston Texans! I remember this team used to be so bad, like back like 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, and they're still kind of bad, but at least they got a little bit better this offseason. But anyway, Houston, let's see what you did. 29 against the Patriots, 28-3, and 17-13. Not, I did. This is definitely not a bad showing from the Texans from the young squad, except for the Dolphins game. I'm gonna throw you guys in the B tier because I do think you guys could have done more scoring on the offensive end. But anyway, except that game versus the Dolphins, your defense played good every single game. All right, next up we have the Colts, the almighty Colts. Oh, the almighty Colts. Let's see what they did. Let's see what the Colts did. All right, with 23-19, 24-17, and 23-13. I think this is a B tier. If I'm not gonna lie, I think this is a yeah. I think this is a B tier because I definitely was not expecting all that from the Indianapolis Colts. I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting them to be kind of like the Rams, like how the Rams perform. I was kind of on them, but whatever. I mean, they got wins. They did their job, and they're moving forward. All right, next up they got Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville had a pretty good offseason. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna put them in the A tier. I think they performed well. When Trevor's in, he performed well. That whole offense performed well. Performed well. Had 20 plus points every single game. Won every single game. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna put him in the S tier. Yeah, I gotta put him in the S tier. I think that their offense looked good. Their defense was definitely efficient. Good job, Jacksonville. You're my second S tier. All right, next up we got Kansas City. I mean, definitely not a bad. I mean, I can still see Andy Reid getting past games even when he doesn't even need to. I mean, Kansas City. I think you gotta give him an A, right? Right? You at least gotta give him an A. I mean that was kind of expected, but I mean, lost to the Saints. So I mean, those just only by 2 points. You gotta give them an A. I'm not giving them an F though. I bet an S. I'm not giving them an S. They barely like they're at A plus. They barely slide out the S. All right, next up we got the Chargers. The Chargers, the team. A lot of these teams I have not really been paying attention to, so I have no idea who did what. But anyway, the Chargers 34-17, 22-17, 23-12. I mean, they're deep. All right, just by looking at that, their defense played really well, and their offense was efficient throughout, except for the game versus the Saints. But Saints defense is also really good, so you can't deny it. I might throw the Chargers in the A tier as well. I think that was a pretty good offseason for them, and hopefully that can continue them throughout the regular season. All right, next up we have the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, I don't remember what the Dolphins did. I mean, speaking of the Dolphins and Chargers, it's kind of crazy that we have them two teams as a Week 1 matchup. But anyway, the preseason Falcons got the win. Falcons beat the Dolphins in 28. I mean, I'm gonna go C tier. I'm gonna go C tier Miami. I'm sorry. I mean, just by looking at that, your offense was not efficient and your defense was definitely not efficient. But you guys were able to win some games, so I gotta put you at least in C tier for that. All right, next up we got the Patriots. You know what? I'm gonna put the last week's matchup. So I'm gonna put Patriots right beside Philly since because they play each other in week 1. So the Patriots, I don't think their offense didn't look efficient at all, and their defense was like iffy. You know what I'm saying? I might have to throw the Patriots in the D tier because they couldn't find ways to win games, except for the games versus the Packers. But once again, this team could change right now. It's just how I think they performed in the preseason. All right, next up we have the Eagles. I think the Eagles get a C tier, man. I don't think the Eagles really did too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't like just by looking at this. I don't think they really did too much of anything. But once the regular season comes in, this team. I mean, is most likely gonna kick your ass. All right, next up we got the Saints B tier. I can't go wrong. I can't go wrong with the Saints. Not a bad off season for them. I like their offense, especially on the defensive end. I don't think they had that bad of all season. I think Derek Carr looks good. The game that he played in, I definitely have some high hopes for the Saints. All right, next up we got the Giants. I need to look at the Giants. 'Cause I don't know. So we'll skip the Giants for later. All right, next up we got the Jets. I think the Jets had an A tier, right? Right, we can all say the Jets had an A tier, right? Jets, they look good. Aaron Rodgers looked good with them. The whole offense looked good. Their defense looked like they're right in shape. Yep, definitely an A tier. You guys performed well in my book. All right, next up we have Vegas. Okay, you beat the shit out of the Rams, and then I believe you beat the 49ers at home, and then you lost versus Dallas, but I don't think that really matters. Yeah, I'll give y'all B tier. Why not? I'll give y'all B tier. I respect y'all. I think you guys had a really good off season, scoring 34 points in the first 2 games after only dropping 16. But it's expected. Dallas's defense is better. All right, after that we got San Francisco. Oh, I might have to throw them in the D tier, man. I might have to. I just don't think they really did much. You know what I'm saying? I would like to I would like to give this team more credit. I would like to give San Francisco more credit, but I just don't think this just was the preseason, man. I just don't think this what was. So I'm sorry, San Francisco. I might have to throw in your D tier. All right, next up we have Seattle, definitely an A tier. You guys did have a good season, a good preseason, and I really have high hopes for you guys going into the season. All right, next up we have the Titans. I have to. Okay, I gotta look at the Titans. Hold up. I don't know if they really perform good. You know what I'm saying? I'll give the Titans. I don't know. I gotta look at the record first. Okay, they didn't perform that bad, but but I think they could have done more. So I'll throw them in. No, I'll be fair. C tier. All right, next up we got the Bucks. The Bucks I haven't paid attention to them besides their offense. I don't know how their defense went. It's funny how I'm the only one that put my team down F tier, but it's fair. We had the worst off season. It was we had the worst off season. We almost got our ass kicked every game. My internet is atrocious right now. That's why this video is almost 21 minutes already. This line's are killing me, dude. But anyway, the Buccaneers. Let's see, 116. Looks like their offense was kind of efficient. Their defense was really good though. They only allowed 21. They only allowed 20 points as a max. I'll give them. I give them a B tier. I give them a B tier. All right, and last team we have is the New York Giants. I need to look at the Giants. I can't predict the Lions from the top of my head. Whatever these motherfuckers are. Come on, where are the Giants? Oh, there they are. Down there. Click. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is take forever. My phone is deciding to do some stupid ass things. But the Giants. Every single time I look at the Giants, it's like taking forever for some reason. I don't know why that is, but you know what? I'll do it this way. I probably should have done it this way because this way is actually pretty easier for all teams. Hold up. Alright, so the Giants I actually need to look up because I have not been paying attention one bit. Okay, so alright, the Lions are not a bad. When they did lose against the Jets, their offense was at least consistent. Going out there, they barely beat the Panthers. Okay, that's fine, and then barely lost to the Lions. I mean, that's probably a B tier. I mean, I'll be honest. All right, and that is me ranking NFL's teams' preseason performances. Let me know where you guys agree and disagree. And this video is already too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop out so we can get you guys can go ahead and go ahead and get the going so you guys can watch in the time. This is BB here signing off from MuddyLoadNation.com. Make sure you guys do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys also join the football fantasy because that will be amazing. Draft starts in 8 days, so I'll try and make a video for that. But anyway, until next time, everybody. Peace out, man. Stay safe.